welcome back guys, welcome to Sandhurst. We're here for 48 hours on the Pure Bait Concept Social. Now we met up at about 7:30, had a nice breakfast in the cafe with the boys, and then we've had a little drive around the corner to Sandhurst. So we've had a little walk round and we've just done a draw. Now there's only 12 of us fishing now, a few have dropped out, and I come 12th. So true to form, my drawing skills are pretty poor. So anyway, apologies if that's wind noises getting in there. But yeah, so I think I was 13th out of 15 last time and 12 out of 12 this time, so I'm going well with that. But anyway, I've actually got a swim that actually was one of my first choices, which is the bailiff swim. Any of you guys have fished it before. Now, because we've got a little bit of space, these are all sort of mine. Now I'm only allowed to fish one at a time, you know, so but what I have done, when we've had a little walk round, now this little bay here, I'll just swing you in here quickly. Just give you the lowdown. Now this little bay is where I've seen some fish, so there's quite a few. I say quite a few, but we saw one or two milling about in this bay. Now obviously it's lovely and weedy, and they're probably enjoying it in there. So what I'm going to do is probably maybe put out one, possibly two at most, little solid bags, I think, just into that zone, and you know, just fishing through the day, and then maybe in the evening we might be able to get into this swim where we can fish out into the sort of deeper channel out in the main bowl, which is what the sport bailiff recommended. So I think that's the plan. Anyway, I've got nothing sorted, as you can see. I've got to get all this set up. The rain keeps coming. 1 minute it's Barbados, next minute it's flipping torrential rain. So what I'm going to do is get the bivvy up first, get organised. We've got plenty of time, and then yeah, have a little lead about. Maybe put a couple of solid bags out in that zone, and then get leading about in that channel there. Right, I'll be back in touch in a bit. Right, apologies for the lack of footage, guys. Unfortunately, it is absolutely peeing down. So, yeah, I've been a bit bivvy bound. But first fish has come out. Blakey, just across the way here, just had one in the bay. So, I've got two rods still fishing. But what I have been doing is swinging around here. I have been putting in a little bit of bait onto an area where we're seeing them in the middle. There's a fair few shows around here. Now, been having a good old lead around, and yeah, it is absolutely chock-a-block with weed. However, about 17 wraps it was. Found an area, it's just nice soft silk, so I'm going to probably put 3 rods out on that tonight and leave this alone. And then if nothing happens obviously in the night, then what I might do is have a little mooch about. If I see any fish in the bay tomorrow, maybe put one in there. But yeah, I think for tonight, just don't know whether they're going to be in the bay this evening. So what I'm thinking is, 3 rods out there. I'm probably going to move across and put them out onto that spot. So yeah, I'm just going to get the rods all tied up there. Obviously I've got one there ready to go, but these 2 need to come in, and I'm going to have to change the rigs on them because I had little solid bags. So I'm going to put them out. Little Ronnie rigs are going to go out there on the spot, because any little bits of debris and stuff like that, obviously it just sit just nicely above it. So that's the plan. I'm going to swerve the D rigs tonight, and we'll go with that. But yeah, absolutely chock-a-block with weed, as you can probably see. But yeah, we've had 1 fish out, so hopefully it's first of many. But anyway, right, I need to get these sorted, and I'll be back in touch a bit later. Right, so the rods are sorted, guys. If I swing you around, this was where they were. The reason I've moved them, now it's only a small little bay, and I just felt that I only had 2 out because it's where I had one about here and about here. It's only small. Obviously you can see the amount of weed we've got. Trying to get a proper drop, it's pretty difficult, especially with a third. But I just felt that they would probably drift out there in the night. So what I've decided to do, we can always change tomorrow and drop them in there. It's the beauty of time, isn't it? So what we've done, swinging around again, here we are. So we've gone into the main body. So anyone that's been to Sandhurst would know that we've got basically like a deep, this is the deepest part of the lake up here, where Blakey had his carp. And then you've got like a nice channel that runs through the middle, right the way up to the car park. So what I have done is I've got one, where are we? Elton's there, one in the middle, and one there. So basically I've gone for 3 little Ronnie rigs, probably 2 rod lengths in between them, and all on Amina Marine little pop-ups, match the hatch. And all I've done, crumbed some of the 18 millers, some holes, and I added a little bit of sweet corn just in case people start catching on other things. I can always add a little topper and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me. So I've spommed out quite a nice bucket load, probably 2 kilos, maybe 3 over the 3 rods. So I've given them a nice feed up, and hopefully they'll get their heads down. But yeah, we finally got a drop. It is very, very weedy out there, and that was the only area, to be honest, that I could find a nice drop. So yeah, it's looking cock on now. I've just seen one just over here, first show for a little while. But yeah, as of now we've only had one, so there's it's obviously not quite how we thought it was going to be, but pressure is dropping. So fingers crossed we get into a few tonight. So anyway, pizzas are on the order, and I'm going to chill out now. So if anything happens, guys, I'll obviously let you know. And if not, I'll see you in the morning. And I think tomorrow night the plan is barbecue around the other side. And obviously we'll do beer a week. But until then, guys, I'll catch you in the morning. Right, good morning. So as you can probably see, the rods have moved because nothing happened at all. Whole lake, nothing at all during the night, which is really unusual. I thought there'd be, at least a couple of bites through the night, but unfortunately no one had anything until first light, and that was, again, lakey into this little bay. So hence the rods have moved. So yeah, I've had a little mooch about in this little bay, and there are a few. There's a few. They're just milling around in the weed, but they're going to have a feed up at some point. So yeah, I've repositioned all the rods into this little bay, and I'm going to commit to that tonight. Be stupid not to, really, because I've climbed through these little snags here and had a little look, and there are a few just milling about in the weed. So yeah, I've got to commit to it, really. Through the night, so that's what I'm going to do. If anything happens obviously over there, then it might be a bit different, but there's just nothing, no sign of anything, there's no shows, so I'd be silly not to come in here. And I did hear a few in the night jumping out, not only in this little bay, but actually around the back of the island, which was it was a hell of a show going on. But anyway, that's that for now. I think we're going to have a little barbie later on, a bit of a catch up, so we'll reel these in, but I am going to put them straight back in this bay for tonight. We've got a beautiful day, so hopefully they'll decide to come away from that pressure and come and sit in a little corner. So fingers crossed. But anyway, there's the update. We'll be back in touch a bit later on. Right, a little update. Really quiet afternoon. Yeah, nothing really my side to report. A couple of the lads have had a couple, but there's been a few lost as well. There's one being Elton, which is across the way there, where we had obviously the baited spot here. So what I'm probably going to do is put one back on there tonight. But I would like to have a rod down in this margin, because they were showing there last night. So I think I've definitely got to have one in there. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're not going to have a barbecue now. We're going to have a wind in, have a nice curry, meet up, and yeah, have a good crack with the boys for a couple of hours, and then at least we've got an hour or so of light when we get back. So it gives us a chance to get the rod sorted and yeah, settle in. So yeah, that's the plan. So anyway, when we get back, we'll do beer of the week. Right, so this week's beer of the week. Now, special mention goes to Nick Mullis. I think I got that right, Nick, who sent me a message, and I screenshotted it and added it to the list. So yeah, he sent me a lager. It's one that's very popular. See it in the shops all the time, so I thought I'd grab that one. So yeah, without further ado, it is Coors Light. Now, yeah, obviously many of you have seen this loads of times before, but yeah, what does it say? So it says here, cold as the Rockies, 4%, which is not usually my favourite, if I'm honest, but I'll go with it. And it says here, when the mountain turns blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. So yeah, it's not really blue, but yeah, so it's not ice cold, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, cheers, Nick. A little bit bumped up, actually. I have to say, I need my nasal spray. Not bad. though, not bad. I have had it before, but not in a can. I've had it on draft. Not too bad. A little bit, not too much flavour. I'll give it one more go. Now it's not horrible, but I find it a little bit tasteless, if I'm honest. So as far as lagers go, I'm going to go 6/7 out of 10. It's okay, but just not one of me. I won't go out and buy it personally. So yeah, so there we go. Top man, keep them coming in. This week's beer of the week, Coors Light. Right, so we stuck some bait out. Let's go around and see the boys. Right guys, we are off the mark. I don't know what time it is. Guessing probably 1-2 o'clock, I ain't got a clue. But yeah, left hand rod's just absolutely melted away. So we're in and we've got ourselves a beautiful, I'm guessing probably mid-20 scaly one. So I'm going to see if I can wake one of the boys and see if we can get some pictures. See you in a bit.
Sorry, I'm literally looking at the figures like they are fucking
Mate. Right, good morning, and we finally got off the mark. So yeah, well chuffed for that one. Apologies for not having too much footage. It was quite difficult to try and get some video on that. But yeah, it was nice to get off the mark, and a nice scaly one. Only a sort of low 20, I think. But yeah, really chuffed just to get off the mark, to be honest. But I'm surprised this one hasn't gone. You know, there's been a few showing out in this bay this morning. I thought maybe we've had a chance to get a bite in there, but it hasn't materialised, unfortunately. But there we go. I've probably got about an hour before I've got to pack up, so I'm gonna finish my tea and yeah, get everything sorted out. But like I say, every time, thanks again for them beer of the weeks. Get them in, because like I said last time, deleting them off my notes was an absolute stinker. So I've now got a few that are building back up. So if you have got any that you want to send across, send them over with a little picture and I'll screenshot it. And obviously save it in my files. It'll be, hopefully I won't lose it this time. But yeah, thanks again for all the support and all the comments. I'll always get back to everyone. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Anyway, the next time I get out, I probably won't be out on my syndicate this week. I think I'm out, I'm trying to think, get my dates right. I think we're back out on Friday. So next Friday, the weekend off because the football season starts again. Happy days. And then, yeah, I think I'm out the following Friday and I'll be at Fort Lee for the YouTube vloggers. So I'll see you at Fort Lee.